Greetings to everyone listening to the sound of my voice. I remain Prophet Elijah. Sorry, the brightness of my environment. There will be more better technology by the next recording. I am running a program called the Official Ministry of Realities. In this Official Ministry of Realities, we're here to discuss the issues that are pertinent to human life, the things that surround us as human beings, the things that are real, things that we don't have solution to, meaning things we don't have decision on. We cannot say, let us stop this, or let us, things that no matter what it is, this is how this thing is naturally. It is going to be like this, how God has put in it. That is basically what Official Ministry of Realities are always emphasizing on. And now, we just want to bring to summary things we said in some certain videos about marriages, about businesses. We said a lot of things, but we want to summarize it in one way or the other on the easiest language before we can now pick up another topic. And in the side of the marriage, one of the things we need to summarize is this. Bible says that a wise woman builded up her home, and a foolish woman plucks her home down. Bible didn't say a wise man build up her home and he uses it or whatever. Didn't mention man. It's not as if God is partial just because he's a man. That's why I didn't say a wise man builds up his home and a foolish man plucks down his home. No. God has reason of saying it. Look at the significance of this statement. In the Garden of Eden, man was obeying God. But the short period the woman was created, man was chased out of the Garden of Eden till today. Woman is the cause of a man's suffering today because it is a curse from God. Now, let's take it for example. You're a woman and you want to get married. And you know you're not that type of woman that can be submissive to man, that can give your whole life to man, that all your answer will be, yes, sir, what do I do, my Lord? Abraham, the wife of Abraham called Sarah, was calling Sarah, Lord, my Lord. You know what's my Lord? Can you tell a woman of today to call her husband, my Lord? That's an abomination to talk about. If you say such thing today, the women of our today's society, they will call human rights. They know there's a human right where we go to tell you this is not your right. You don't have right to do this. You don't have right to do that. There are human rights. Abraham's wife, Sarah, calls Abraham, my Lord. Why wouldn't you love a woman that respects and obeys you? I want to make something very clear here. Women, there's nothing, absolutely nothing you can offer to a man in this world that can please him most like giving him his position as a man in your life, submitting in totality and giving him his full respect. Sometimes you see a man getting married to a lady that you might say, what did this lady use charm on this man? It's not his class. She's not beautiful. She's not educated. That lady offered the respect that you that is educated and beautiful couldn't offer to this man. And this man undermined her illiteracy and her ugliness and got married with this woman and built a beautiful home with this woman. But you that is beautiful, you that is learned, you that is educated, you are still praying for a husband. When you know you cannot submit a man, remove marriage in your mind, plan your life. When you talk about career women, this is where you are fitting. Pursue career, forget about marriage. If you really need a child, you can as well adopt as many as possible, or you can as well go for IVF, can buy sperm of any man, can do it. It is not the right thing to do, but this is an option. Instead of you going into the life of a man to destroy the life of an innocent man, be in your father's house. Marriage is not by force. When you as a woman in marriage, will come into the house of a man and you determine to rub shoulder with a man who will take the position of man in this family, you are not a wife. You are not a wife material. You begin to pray for whatever the man is doing to go down, for you to have the one you are doing, so that you start doing the responsibility of the man in the house to subdue man under you. Some women ending up telling their husband they don't want to submit. Can you see to that extent? When a woman will be bold enough to tell the husband, you do not want to submit. Submit to who? Submit to you. Think about it. If you are not prepared for marriage, quit. If you are such a woman that want to rule the life of your husband, that want to assume the office of a husbandman in your home, this message is for you. Gently leave that man alone. Let that man be. Go and live your life alone. He will find another partner. I am not that prophet that will tell you that if you make a mistake in marrying the wrong wife, because maybe you did not have a courtship time, there was no time for friendship, there was no time to study each other, for one reason or the other, you were not matured enough, you made such mistake. Instead of you to continue with that marriage that will destroy your destiny, let that woman go. Stay alone. And if it is not possible for you to stay alone, I am not one of those that tell one man, one wife. At the moment she is gone, you don't have wife anymore. So you are free to choose a wife that is a wife material, who will help you to deliver, who will help you to achieve your destiny here on earth. The moment that one is gone, she is no longer your wife. You are no longer married to her. You don't have more than one wife. Get a wife material. Prayerfully seek for a wife. See a wife that you can have a courtship time with. A courtship, friendship is very necessary. There's this particular impression that I belonging to correct. I thank God that the memory or the knowledge or the idea came to me right now, and I'm going to emphasize on that. I was trained up in one of the Pentecostal churches that were very strict about this issue of marriage. When a brother wants to get married, you don't need to visit sister alone. You don't need to do this. You don't need to know yourself. You don't need to have sex. Quote me anywhere you go. I am handling the program called Official Ministry of Realities. We present things the way they are, things you cannot change. When you see a wife, whether in the church, in the mosque, you want to marry a wife, I am not part of those that advise you to see a woman and just do any prayer and move into the marriage. Because sometimes when you see a woman and you have so much likeness on this woman, there's every tendency that if you pray, you have a very good dream. Because dream cometh out of multitude of thoughts in your heart. You might have a very good dream that you might be deceived that it is always this your wife. No. And they will put Bible for you that marriage is honorable unto God, based undefiled. And they think that undefiled word means when you are not yet married, you can. My brother, any woman you want to marry, have at least a year and 6 months or 2 years relationship with that woman. Sexual relationship, discussion relationship, everything. That is pre-marriage. Have pre-marriage with the woman. And after first 2 to 3, 4 months, if you find out that this is not a wife material, use diplomacy and let the woman go. But the one that you are experiencing and what you are seeing is quite convincing that you will live peacefully and progressively the rest of your life with this woman and achieve your purpose why God brought you here on earth. You continue to see it, you continue to proceed, and a time came that you found out that this is a real wife material. If you get married to such a woman, nobody will come into your family for any judgment for one day. You will live a fulfilled life. Bible says marriage is honorable unto God, not based on undefiled, not courtship, not relationship before marriage. Marriage, Bible call it marriage. Both of you cannot be considered as being married when you are not yet married. It is when you are married that is basically undefiled, honorable unto God, based undefiled. When you are already married, Bible says marriage, not courtship. That's a mistake so many men of God are making. Giving the people, the church, the member, wrong teaching. It is when you are married that you are not meant to defy your marriage. You are not meant to defy your bed. Woman, you are not meant to go outside. Man, you are not meant to go out. You are meant to be holy. You are meant to be faithful. You are meant to be faithful with each other. That is inside marriage, not before the marriage. My brother, before the marriage, test that woman. Test her in all things. Test her sexual ability. If you are such a man that is strong enough and you know that your sexual strength is more, test everything. That is not what Bible is saying. Bible is saying marriage. At this point, you are not yet married. It is when you are married that you now do your best not to defy your marriage. For marriage is honorable unto God, based undefiled. This is very, very important. I pray time will permit me to explain much. Back to what I was saying. If you are already in a marriage and your marriage is having issues, go and check very well. The foundation of that problem is who is a boss in this house. Woman, you can't be a boss in the house where there is a man. You should even know that even your first son, there are certain respect you should accord your first son or your sons because they are men. There is a limit for a woman. Give respect to man. And any woman that considers man as not being worthy to receive that respect, you are not worthy to be under the roof of any man. Check any way a woman is governing, any house the woman is in charge, a lot goes wrong. There's no man there. And when you know you are not such that can take authority for a man and you still want to marry, look for maybe a moron, that kind of man that doesn't care, that kind of man that is not complete upstairs. These are the type of men you can get married and you might possibly live your life and become head of the house and run the family and they don't care. But the funniest thing is that such women don't even desire to have anything to do with such men. They want classic men, they want learned men, they want wise men. Do you think you can be married to a wise man, a classic man, and at the end of the day, you control him, you turn him to your toil, you make the man to think and frustrate him with thinking and raise high blood pressure and die before his time? And with all the destiny God has given to him, you waste it all in the platter of marriage, one man, one wife. It does not exist. Such thing does not exist. If you marry one wife and she's not a wife material, find out there is a mistake, my brother, there is opportunity for amendment. So that you don't die without you fulfilling your destiny. Because the worst thing you can do to yourself in this world is to die with your destiny unfulfilled. Quote me anywhere you go. In the next video of this, because I'm summarizing the video, about 20-something videos that have been coming in the air, I'm trying to summarize them. And this one will be part 1 of summarizing of all these videos, so that I will bring everything I said into 1 or 2 videos before I will now move to the next session. God bless you very well. If you're a woman here and you're hearing the sound of my voice, I hate not women. I love women. My mother was a woman before she passed on. And I'm married to a woman, and I have children with this woman. So I love women. But the truth must be told because I am running a program called Official Ministry of Realities. I must say it the way it is. I'm not saying it for people not to be offended or for me to please anybody. I'm saying things the way they are. No man, no matter how poor or how illiterate such a man is, that he will accept you to assume his office in his house. Thank you very much. God bless you for listening to me. If you love my YouTube channel, always click and share so that whenever I upload, you'll be the first to receive my message. God bless you. Good night.